This is the other thing I'd like to put forward. I am begging for mercy in a case where Sweden has not given me asylum when I've got a lot of proof of persecution in this country. I am still being persecuted. In the last house, you can hear recordings of screaming in Charlotte's house, where I was told it was a place of refuge, but it wasn't. Instead, they framed me for being an asshole that caused all this problems, and I was totally innocent. And in that house, they also had been harassing me, these celebrities, like the real star. She basically banned me and kept me isolated where they were bombing the public. I'm ugly. I've got proof about it. I've got proof about people in the public saying that I was being verbally attacked as ugly and that I was trying to get to the police and I was trying to run for help. I've got a recording of it. And I need asylum, and it's not, he's got a crime ring going around, I don't need UNHCR, that it's these girls that need the love, and I think they've got enough love. There's no diversity, this is ridiculous. I'm begging for you, if you want to understand what love is from me, I've got different types of love. There's love at my home, where I open up my heart and the warmth of my shelter to other people if they are suffering. I've usually had friendships where they have gone through. I've actually put my heart out to a lot of my friends that have suffered from men being very abusive over the body, because a lot of my friends have been Asian and the men are very, very vicious, like women. Like, they're very nasty to the girls in their bodies. I've never had issues of my body image till now because of the abuse of the medical neglect and the chemicals that goes into your tissues and goes like cottage cheese. And I never was like that before. I had a pretty strong body that was, I was solid girl. I was a solid girl, but I wasn't like soft, like it wasn't like all wobbles. I'm really upset because they're aging me on purpose, because there's a lot of exposure to chemicals, there's a lot of exposure to mold and bioweapons, and it looks like people are breaking into my room and putting chemicals in my food so that I go down for the count so I can't inspire people, which shows I'm in a state of an emergency and violence. I've also got kidnapped from my family probably in December or around about September last year after they found cancer, and then in the media they were having a funeral for me down in Christchurch and it was a scam, and they have abused me, like making out that I was a side chick, and built a forest that was being managed by this cheese government. So the government just basically kidnapped me and put me to death, and then because I yelled at the girl who was doing sex trafficking in the Fijian war going on, that Kiki's very, very hot and I'm very, very ugly, which I've had torture all over the country about. They were selling it for 99 cents. They were talking to her online, and it was like, this is a home that I came to get privacy and care, and they were just kind of using me. And put also that they had the Bailey Five, is that all the white girls? They basically just put me to death, these 5 girls or whatever, took me from my family and stopped any diversity, shut me up, and then the 7 kept meeting Narita for picnics and excluding me in these Halloween parties and beating my face. So I don't have a voice. I felt like I was in a domestic violence situation, and they had a church with all these kids bullying me, and they were in teams putting me in the toilet because Michaela's kids were saying that her mother is very, very bad, with very bad friends doing a skibidi toilet thing on Snapchat. And that I had a look, and her friend was Izzy B, which is the woman I saw in Australia, and I was telling my mum the killer bees are after me, and she thinks that I'm crazy, and it's like, no, I'm not. It's just that the gangs nowadays have a front of being luxurious, so they don't do the dirty work. The girls in the front look all luxurious and glamorous models. and I'm left for dead, and I'm just saying I'm appealing as a wholesome girl that put down real roots in my work. That's a huge part of my identity. I associate my identity with my work, but my heart, like my mind identity is my work, and my heart is my home, my feelings, and I've done a lot of charity out of the kindness of my heart because I've suffered as well, and I know what it's like, and I just got these underlying belief systems. There's a spiritual responsibility that of my life that I have to give to other people. I wasn't doing it to be like a, what's the word? I wasn't doing it to be, I don't know. There's some people think you do these things to be kind of like fake or something, but it's not about that. It's just I've had to suffer, and every time I was doing things spiritually out of the kindness of my heart, I wasn't suffering anymore. I was actually being more blessed. The more that I gave, the more I helped people, I was being blessed. And this person is really wanting me to be materialistic and abusive and abusing me. And I can't apologize for who I am. I'm a spiritually based person when it comes to my work. And I'm being tortured to death. I'm really sick. My stomach's in agony. My kidneys are in excruciating pain. My liver is in agony. And I think they took my gallbladder out illegally. And I'm not kidding, because I've got a stomach like my mum all of a sudden, and I don't get fat like that. If I get fat, it's only a pouch at the bottom. The top of my stomach never goes big and round like that. That's something to do with some sort of disease of pancreatic cancer. So I believe they're murdering me to make sure I never have love again, and it's horrible. Like, why should I've never recovered ever since she was beautiful, ever since I was beautiful. This girl just has never been allowed to have a voice. They've silenced me for years. They won't even let me have one friend for years. Every time I go to a new place, it's all about Kiki, or it's all about Poppy, or it's all about Ruth and Graham. I've never been allowed my own friends. They always follow me city to city, outcasting me. And my landlord. So it's kind of like, well, if I'm not allowed an identity and they're actually on a massive warpath calling me a no one, obviously they're waiting for me to die. And I just, I've even written here, I've worked as an empathic member and they're persecuting me, and they're a bunch of assholes that are ungrateful. Stop the genocide, stop signing. Please sign for me to have advocacy and support and assistance after violence. And he's massively mentally abusing me, this French. It's like they love to say this music industry's helping me, but they weren't. They were using me and taking what they could out of me. They took credit for all of my homemade stuff. They've taken away that I was a counsellor because they want her to be loved. They don't want me to have any influence at all. They don't even, I did all these courses and America just blocked it all. America and China. He's fucking violent cunt, eh? These Chinese. I don't have a right to a fair trial, public education and equal opportunity, but I don't, because there's so much money tied up and it's so fascist and killing all of my honour, killing all of my vagina, killing all of my family, all of the beautiful relationships that I've had over my life, killing my right to asylum, and just putting his big king golden dick boys in the public. These are our boys with our big pure sausage, and we want them on a wall, and we want to persecute her for years, and it's so really unfair. Like, I've had no human rights. There's supremacy of the military, always sexism, controlled the media, that's fascism, and religion and government are twined. I'm not allowed any love. I'm a prisoner of my ex-partner who put me into prison so he could go and get married, and it got me killed off, didn't he? And then the other guy decided to kill me. It's like he went in cahoots with Ben and destroyed my vagina and killed that, and then all my friends are getting together and killing completely killing love and making sure nothing is, there's nothing left. And it's like, well, who's going to help me? Only my mum. And they're beating my mum, I think. And then basically Kiki's sucking on my mum's titties, like that it's all her love. And it's like, I'm really sick of the music industry wrecking my family. Look, this is me before. I don't know why I'm being abused, eh? Like, why don't they ever let me have peace in any community? They follow me around. They've exploited me for years. I feel worthless because they've abused me for so long, such an endurance of hell. I believe I get the right to die now because basically America's just saying this is going to Joker. It doesn't matter how much beautiful time I put into my life. It's like, he's American, he's got producers, or he's English, he's got producers, and he wants the rights to all of my intellectual property, he wants the rights to all of my data, he doesn't want me to have emergency relief. I don't, I've done suicide prevention. I'm not suicidal. I want to die because of the long-term bullying since 2018, and I've got a letter here that says that the flowers were going on in 2022, that there's beauty censuses, and that caused me psychological harm because I was really upset. So now he does it. It's like that was a census when I was having coffee and they said I'm really, really polite, and suddenly I'm not. Everyone's a customer, and it's like a genocide is a dehumanization pyramid where it starts off at the top with rumors, hate crimes, jokes, bullying, then scapegoating, social avoidance, dehumanization, ridicule. How long have I been ridiculed for? Then harassment, employment discrimination, housing discrimination. I've had 7 years of this and they block me talking to anybody. I've had assault. I'm going to die in prison again. And I'm illegally imprisoned. Terrorism, vandalism, threats. Vandalism is going on that I've got a massive vagina. So I didn't have a massive vagina. I'll go under a massive amount of lie detectors. I wasn't, and he just keeps making out I'm a man, and it's like, how much abuse do I have till I get sympathy? What about that girl? Where is she? Where's that girl gone? She just got abused and nobody helped her. I'm the only one standing up for her. What do you want from me? I don't want to be an ugly old used up lady so that these American producers and these singers and these men in power can keep ruining my life. They've taken away so much from me. I'm really upset, and I've had all this education, but it doesn't matter. So these Asian girls sucky my life, all nighty. They give me everything. All these Indian women give me sucky. I want them to be the pure prim princesses. So I just give up. I want my right to die. He just puts me in the toilet and chains me up as a dollar as a dog wherever I go. What's the point of living? I know my face. I was gorgeous. I don't want to live anymore. He's injected me with forever chemicals. They've ruined my health beyond repair. So basically, when you think about the music industry, they want it, they just come and bloody get it. If you think about motorcycle companies, they want it, they just come and kill you for it. If you think about the black power in our parliament, if they want it, they just come and kill you and take everything they want. I don't get any rights. It's abuse. I'm dying, and I've got to try and act loving and lovely when all of my reports say that I am. All of my past shows when life's going good, I've done nothing but put my best foot forward and been an upstanding citizen. All of my character references say she is a diligent, lovely, pleasure to be around. I don't know how I'm a desperate woman that's been abused for such a long-standing time of men of power and money, and have used all their influence just to flush me down a toilet and ruin my vagina and ruin my chances of ever finding love ever again, and ruining my health so I'll never see properly. They want me blind, they want me in misery, and it's like, if they really want to generate love in this society, why am I being tortured to death?